You are standing at the base of a towering mountain. The peak is hidden in the clouds, obscured from view. The path ahead is steep, treacherous, and filled with obstacles. Mountain is your life, and the climb to the top represents your journey to success and self-improvement. The greatest obstacle you will face on this climb is not the rugged terrain or the harsh weather. It's not the lack of equipment or the absence of a guide. The greatest obstacle you will face is yourself. We all have two selves battling within us. There is the self that wants to stay in bed, hit the snooze button, and take the easy road. And then there's the self that yearns for greatness, that's willing to wake up at dawn, face challenges head on, and push beyond limits. The question is, which self will you let win? Conquering yourself is not about destroying that part of you that seeks comfort. It's about harnessing it, redirecting it, and using it as fuel for your journey. It's about understanding that true comfort, true satisfaction comes not from avoiding challenges, but from overcoming them. Let me tell you a story. There was once a young athlete who dreamed of winning Olympic gold. Every morning, his alarm would go off at 4 a.m. for training. Every morning, a battle would rage in his mind. The voice of comfort would whisper just 5 more minutes. You trained hard yesterday. You deserve a break. But the voice of ambition would counter, champions are made when no one is watching. Get up. For years, this battle continued. Some days, comfort won, but more often than not, ambition prevailed. And you know what? It wasn't about the physical training. It was about training his mind to choose discomfort for a greater purpose. When he finally stood on that Olympic podium, gold medal around his neck, he realized he had won more than a race. He had conquered himself. This, my friends, is the essence of Conquer Yourself to Rebuild. It's about recognizing that the path to success, to fulfillment, to becoming the best version of yourself, starts with winning the inner battle. It starts with choosing growth over comfort, progress over stagnation, and action over excuses. Now, you might be thinking, that's easier said than done. And you are absolutely right. Conquering yourself is the hardest battle you will ever fight, but it's also the most rewarding, because when you learn to master yourself, you gain the power to master your life. So how to begin this journey of self-conquest? It starts with awareness. You need to become acutely aware of your thoughts, your habits, your reactions. Pay attention to that inner dialogue. When faced with a challenge, what's your first instinct? To shrink away or to stand tall? Next, it's about making conscious choices. Every time you are faced with a decision, whether to wake up early or sleep in, whether to stick to your diet or indulge in that tempting dessert, whether to speak up in that meeting or stay silent, remind yourself this is a battle. This is your chance to conquer yourself. Don't beat yourself up when you falter. Self-conquest is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about winning more battles than you lose and learning from every defeat. Remember, even the mightiest warriors have scars. Your setbacks are not failures. They are lessons. They are opportunities to understand yourself better, to refine your strategies, to come back stronger. Conquering yourself is not an end in itself. It's a means to an end. The end is rebuilding yourself into the person you aspire to be. It's about taking control of your life's blueprint and constructing the masterpiece you envision. Imagine you are an architect and your life is the building you are designing. Conquering yourself gives you the tools and the clear mind to draft that blueprint. Rebuilding is about laying each brick one by one with purpose and precision. Start with your foundation. What are your core values? What principles do you want to live by? These aren't just lofty ideals. They are the bedrock upon which you will build everything else. Maybe it's integrity, perseverance, compassion, or excellence. Define these for yourself and let them guide your actions. Next, consider the pillars of your life. These are the major areas that support your overall well-being and success. Typically, they include 1. Physical health. 2. Mental and emotional well-being. 3. Relationships. 4. Career and financial stability. 5. Personal growth and learning. 6. Spiritual or philosophical alignment. Each of these pillars needs attention and care. Neglect one, and the entire structure becomes unstable. But here is where self-conquest comes into play. Building these pillars often requires us to do things we don't always feel like doing. Taking care of your physical health might mean choosing a salad over a burger or hitting the gym when you'd rather watch TV. Nurturing relationships might require you to have difficult conversations or make time for others when your schedule is already packed. Advancing in your career might mean taking on additional responsibilities or investing time in learning new skills. Each of these choices is a battle. Each is an opportunity to conquer the part of yourself that resists growth and change. And each victory, no matter how small, contributes to rebuilding a stronger, better you. But remember, rebuilding is not about reaching a final perfect state. Life is dynamic and so are you. The process of conquering yourself and rebuilding is ongoing. It's a lifelong journey of growth and refinement. Think of it like tending a garden. You don't plant seeds once and expect a beautiful, thriving garden forever. You need to water, prune, fertilize, and sometimes even replant. Your life yourself requires the same constant care and attention. Now, some practical strategies for conquering yourself and rebuilding your life. The first step in conquering yourself is knowing what you are fighting for. Set goals that excite you, that pull you forward. These goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound smart. But more than that, they should ignite a fire within you. Write these goals down. Put them somewhere you can see them every day. Let them be the first thing you see when you wake up and the last thing you see before you go to sleep. Make them so much a part of your consciousness that they become like a magnetic force pulling you towards them. Habits are the building blocks of your life. They are the small, daily actions that over time shape who you become. Identify the habits that are holding you back and replace them with habits that propel you forward. If you want to become an early riser, don't immediately try to wake up at 5 a. If you are used to waking at 9, start by setting your alarm 15 minutes earlier. Once that becomes comfortable, set it another 15 minutes earlier. Small, consistent steps lead to significant changes over time. Your mind is your most powerful tool, but it can also be your worst enemy. Learn to master it. Practice mindfulness and meditation. These aren't just New Age fads. They're scientifically proven techniques for improving focus, reducing stress, and gaining control over your thoughts and emotions. Cultivate positive self-talk. The way you speak to yourself matters. Replace self-defeating thoughts with empowering ones. Instead of "I can't do this," say "This is challenging, but I'm capable of figuring it out." Your inner dialogue shapes your reality. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. Make discomfort your friend. Regularly do things that challenge you, that make you a little nervous. Speak up in meetings if you are usually quiet. Take on a project that stretches your abilities. Ask that person out on a date. Remember, courage is not the absence of fear. It's action in the face of fear. Each time you push through discomfort, you are conquering a part of yourself that wants to play it safe. The world is constantly changing, and so should you. Commit to lifelong learning. Read books, take courses, attend seminars, seek out mentors. Be curious about everything. The more you learn, the more you realize how much there is to know, and this humility is crucial for continuous growth. Make learning a daily habit, even if it's just 15 minutes a day. Consistently feeding your mind with new information and ideas will compound over time, leading to significant personal growth. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of self-conquest. It's the ability to make yourself do what you know you should do, whether you feel like it or not. Start by making your bed every morning. It's a small act, but it sets the tone for the day. It's a tiny victory. First thing in the morning. Then move on to bigger challenges. Stick to a budget. Follow through on your commitments, even when it's inconvenient. Do what you say you're going to do, especially when you don't feel like it. Each act of self-discipline is a victory in the battle of self-conquest. Life will throw curveballs at you. You will face setbacks, disappointments, and failures. The key is not to avoid these, but to develop the resilience to bounce back from them. View every setback as a setup for a comeback. Develop a growth mindset. Believe that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. See challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, not as threats to your self-image. No man is an island. While the journey of self-conquest is deeply personal, don't make the mistake of thinking you have to do it alone. Surround yourself with people who support your growth, who challenge you to be better. Be willing to let go of relationships that hold you back. This does not mean abandoning people at the first sign of conflict, but it does mean setting boundaries and sometimes making the tough decision to distance yourself from those who consistently drag you down. Gratitude is a powerful force for personal growth. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. Start each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for, and each day the same way. This simple practice can dramatically shift your perspective and increase your overall happiness. Remember, a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. The more you appreciate what you have, the more you will find to appreciate. This is perhaps the most crucial aspect of conquering yourself and rebuilding your life. Take 100% responsibility for everything in your life, your successes, your failures, your circumstances. Own them all. This does not mean blaming yourself for things outside your control. It means acknowledging that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you can always control your response. When you take radical responsibility, you take back your power. You move from being a victim of circumstances to being the author of your life. Paradoxically, one of the best ways to conquer yourself is to focus on serving others. When you shift your focus from your own problems to how you can help solve others' problems, you gain perspective. You realize that your challenges, while real, are often not as insurmountable as they seem. Moreover, serving others gives you a sense of purpose. It connects you to something larger than yourself. And in the process of helping others, you often find solutions to your own challenges. Remember to celebrate your progress. Too often we focus so much on where we want to go that we forget to acknowledge how far we've come. Take time regularly to reflect on your growth. Compare yourself not to others, but to who you were yesterday, last month, last year. Celebration is not just about feeling good. It reinforces positive behaviors and motivates you to keep pushing forward. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every great achievement in history was preceded by numerous failures. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." When you embrace failure as a learning opportunity, you remove its power to discourage you. Instead, it becomes a valuable tool in your journey of self-improvement. Analyze your failures. What went wrong? What could you do differently next time? This reflective practice turns failures into stepping stones towards success. Just as companies have mission statements to guide their decisions and actions, you should have a personal mission statement. This is a concise expression of your purpose in life, your core values, and what you want to achieve. Your mission statement acts as a North Star, helping you stay on course when life gets chaotic or when you are faced with difficult decisions. It's a powerful tool for conquering yourself because it gives you a clear reference point for your choices and actions. Time is your most valuable resource. Learning to manage it effectively is crucial in your journey of self-conquest and rebuilding. Use tools like calendars, to-do lists, and time-blocking techniques to ensure you're spending your time on activities that align with your goals and values. Remember, time management is not about squeezing more tasks into your day. It's about allocating your time intentionally, ensuring that your most important priorities get the attention they deserve. Emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, as well as the emotions of others, is a crucial skill in conquering yourself. It allows you to navigate social situations more effectively, build stronger relationships, and make better decisions. Develop self-awareness by regularly checking in with your emotions. Practice empathy by trying to understand others' perspectives. Learn to manage your emotional reactions, especially in stressful situations. These skills will serve you well in all areas of your life. Change is the only constant in life, yet many of us resist it, clinging to the familiar even when it no longer serves us. Conquering yourself means embracing change, seeing it as an opportunity rather than a threat. Develop a mindset that welcomes change. Be willing to let go of old habits, beliefs, and ways of doing things that no longer work for you. Remember, the caterpillar must let go of its old form to become a butterfly. In the pursuit of your goals, don't neglect self-care. Taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional well-being is not selfish. It's necessary. You can't pour from an empty cup. Make time for activities that rejuvenate you. This could be exercise, meditation, spending time in nature, pursuing a hobby, or simply getting enough sleep. Remember, self-care is not a luxury. It's a crucial part of maintaining the energy and resilience you need to conquer yourself and rebuild your life. It's often difficult to see our own blind spots. That's why seeking feedback from others is so important. Ask trusted friends, family members, or colleagues for honest feedback about your strengths and areas for improvement. Receiving feedback can be uncomfortable, but it's a powerful tool for growth. It gives you insights you might not gain on your own and helps you identify areas where you need to focus your efforts in conquering yourself. The mind is a powerful tool. What you consistently imagine, you tend to move towards. Spend time each day visualizing yourself as the person you want to become. See yourself conquering your challenges, achieving your goals, living your ideal life. This is not mere daydreaming. Visualization, when done consistently and vividly, programs your subconscious mind and motivates you to take actions aligned with your vision. Holding on to grudges and resentment only weighs you down. Learn to forgive, not for the other person's sake, but for your own. This includes forgiving yourself for past mistakes. Forgiveness does not mean condoning harmful actions or forgetting what happened. It means choosing to let go of the negative emotions associated with the event, freeing yourself to move forward. A growth mindset, as opposed to a fixed mindset, is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, see effort as the path to mastery, learn from criticism, and find lessons and inspiration in the success of others. Cultivating a growth mindset is crucial in your journey of self-conquest and rebuilding. It allows you to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats to your abilities. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and engaged in the moment, is a powerful tool for self-conquest. It helps you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions, allowing you to respond to situations thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine. It could be through formal meditation practice or simply by bringing full attention to routine activities like eating or walking. Learning to set healthy boundaries is an essential part of conquering yourself and rebuilding your life. It's about understanding your limits, emotional, mental, and physical, and communicating them clearly to others. When you set boundaries, you are essentially telling the world, this is what I am comfortable with, and this is what I am not. It's a declaration of self-respect and an acknowledgement of your own worth. Many people struggle with setting boundaries because they fear disappointing others or coming across as selfish. But here's the truth. Setting boundaries is not selfish. It's self-care. It's about preserving your energy and protecting your peace so that you can show up as your best self in all areas of your life. Start by identifying areas in your life where you feel drained, resentful, or taken advantage of. These are often signs that you need to establish or reinforce boundaries. Maybe you are always saying yes to extra work projects even when you are already overwhelmed. Perhaps you have a friend who constantly dumps their problems on you without reciprocating the support. Or maybe you have family members who disrespect your time by showing up unannounced. Once you have identified where you need boundaries, the next step is to communicate them clearly and consistently. This does not mean being aggressive or confrontational. You can be firm and kind at the same time. Use I statements to express your needs. For example, instead of saying you are always late and it's disrespectful, you might say, I value punctuality and feel frustrated when I'm kept waiting. In the future, I'll wait for 15 minutes, after which I'll need to leave. Remember, setting boundaries is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process that requires patience and persistence. People who are used to you not having boundaries might push back at first. Stay firm. Over time, they will learn to respect your limits, and you will find yourself feeling more in control and less resentful. As you work on setting boundaries, you will likely encounter internal resistance. That voice in your head might say, but what if they get angry? Or maybe I am being too sensitive. This is where self-conquest comes into play. You need to stand firm in your conviction that your needs and feelings are valid. You deserve respect, and it's okay to ask for it. Setting boundaries also involves learning to say no. Many of us have been conditioned to be people pleasers, always saying yes even when it comes at a cost to our own well-being. But here's a powerful truth. Every time you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else. When you say yes to staying late at work, you might be saying no to quality time with your family. When you say yes to a social engagement you are not excited about, you are saying no to some much-needed rest and relaxation. Learning to say no does not make you a bad person. It makes you a person who values their time and energy. It's about being selective about where you invest yourself. When you say no to things that don't align with your values or goals, You are saying yes to the things that truly matter to you. As you practice setting boundaries and saying no, you will likely find that your relationships improve. Authentic relationships thrive on mutual respect and clear communication. When you are honest about your limits and needs, you create space for more genuine connections. You will attract people who respect your boundaries and who are clear about their own. Setting boundaries is not just about your interactions with others. It's also about the boundaries you set for yourself. This could mean setting a cutoff time for work emails, limiting your social media usage, or committing to a certain amount of sleep each night. These self-imposed boundaries help you maintain balance and prevent burnout. One powerful self-boundary to consider is a digital detox, a period where you disconnect from technology and reconnect with yourself and the physical world around you. This could be as simple as a no phones at the dinner table rule, or as extensive as a weekend without any screens. These boundaries with technology can help you regain focus, reduce stress, and improve your overall well-being. Another important aspect of setting boundaries is learning to respect others' boundaries. Just as you want your limits to be respected, it's crucial to honor the boundaries set by others. This mutual respect fosters healthier, more balanced relationships. Remember that setting boundaries is a form of self-love. It's about honoring your worth and teaching others how to treat you. It's about creating space in your life for the things that truly matter to you. When you set clear boundaries, you are not just changing your external circumstances. You are changing your internal landscape. You are telling yourself that you matter, that your needs are important, and that you are worthy of respect. This shift in self-perception can be transformative. With each boundary you set and maintain, you are rebuilding yourself into a stronger, more authentic version of you. You are creating a life that aligns with your values and supports your well-being. You are conquering the part of yourself that would sacrifice your peace to please others or avoid conflict. Remember, the goal is not to build walls, but to create healthy gates. Boundaries aren't meant to shut people out, but to teach them how to respectfully enter your life. They are not about limiting love, but about defining how you want to be loved. As you practice setting and maintaining boundaries, you will likely find that you have more energy, less stress, and a greater sense of control over your life. You will be better equipped to pursue your goals and dreams because you are no longer depleting your resources on things that don't serve you. In essence, setting boundaries is a crucial step in the process of conquering yourself and rebuilding your life. It's about taking ownership of your life, your time, and your energy. It's about having the courage to define what's acceptable to you and what's not. And most importantly, it's about creating a life that reflects your true self, a life where you can thrive, not just survive. Ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to be here with you today. We gather here because we share a common desire to improve, to achieve, and to excel in our lives. Today I want to talk to you about something truly transformative, the power of dedication and discipline. Imagine for a moment what your life could be like if you dedicated yourself fully to your goals for 1,000 days. It may seem like a long time, but in the grand scheme of life, it's a blink of an eye. This commitment can reshape your future, turning dreams into reality and potential into achievement. The essence of this journey is discipline, a quality that underpins every successful endeavor. Dedication is the foundation of all achievement. When you commit to a goal, truly commit, you set in motion a powerful force. It's not merely about setting a goal, but about committing to the daily grind, the little steps that lead to big successes. Think about the great achievers in any field. They didn't reach their heights by accident. They dedicated themselves to their vision and disciplined their actions every single day. The concept of dedicating yourself for 1,000 days, it's a period long enough to see real change and short enough to keep the fire of enthusiasm burning. During these 1,000 days, you will cultivate habits, overcome challenges, and build a momentum that propels you forward. The idea is simple. Consistent effort over time leads to extraordinary results. Discipline is your guiding star. It's the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. Discipline bridges the gap between goals and accomplishment, turning your plans into actions and your actions into results. Today we stand at the threshold of possibility. With dedication and discipline, you can transform your life in ways you never thought possible. This is your moment to commit to the next 1,000 days, to make every day count, and to achieve the success you deserve. Commitment is the cornerstone of all success. I remember a time early in my career when I was struggling to find my footing. I had dreams, big dreams, but they seemed distant and out of reach. It was during this challenging period that I learned the true power of commitment. I made a decision to commit fully to my goals, to give everything I had for a set period, no matter the obstacles. This simple but profound decision changed the course of my life. Commitment transforms you from within. When you truly commit to something, it ignites a fire inside you. This fire fuels your actions, pushing you forward even when the going gets tough. It creates a sense of purpose and direction, giving you the energy to keep moving towards your goals. Every day as you stay committed, you build resilience, strength, and confidence. These qualities are not just essential for achieving your goals, but they shape your character and transform your life in profound ways. Consider the role of commitment in achieving long-term goals. It's not the grand gestures or the occasional bursts of effort that lead to success. It's the consistent daily actions driven by unwavering commitment. Think about a farmer planting seeds. He doesn't plant them one day and expects a harvest the next. He commits to nurturing those seeds day in and day out, knowing that in time they will grow and bear fruit. This is the essence of commitment. Long-term goals require a vision that stretches beyond the immediate. They require you to see the end result clearly and to stay focused on it, regardless of the distractions and challenges along the way. This kind of commitment is what turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. It's what keeps you going when others give up, what makes you push harder when the odds are against you. There were countless moments when giving up seemed like the easier option, but each time my commitment to my goals pulled me through. I knew that the only way to achieve something truly remarkable was to stay dedicated, no matter how long it took or how difficult the path became. And every time I stayed committed, I saw progress, sometimes small, sometimes significant, but always moving forward. Commitment is your greatest ally. It's the force that will carry you through the ups and downs, the challenges and triumphs. With unwavering commitment, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Having clear, specific goals is crucial for success. Without a clear target, your efforts can become scattered and ineffective. Think about it this way. If you were to set out on a journey without a destination in mind, how would you know which direction to take? Goals give your life direction and purpose. They help you focus your energy and resources on what truly matters, ensuring that every action you take is a step towards your desired outcome. One of the most effective techniques for setting goals is to make them SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Specific goals clearly define what you want to achieve. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, say, I want to increase my sales by 20% over the next 6 months. Measurable goals allow you to track your progress and stay motivated. Achievable goals are realistic and within your reach, challenging yet attainable. Relevant goals align with your overall life purpose and values. Time-bound goals have a clear deadline, creating a sense of urgency and prompting immediate action. Once your goals are set, staying focused on them is vital. Distractions and challenges will inevitably arise, but your ability to stay focused will determine your success. One powerful way to maintain focus is to break your goals into smaller, manageable tasks. Each small task completed brings you one step closer to your larger goal and keeps you motivated along the way. Create a daily action plan that outlines the specific steps you need to take. Prioritize these tasks and tackle the most important ones first. Another technique is to visualize your goals regularly. Spend a few minutes each day imagining yourself achieving your goals. Visualize the process and the end result in vivid detail. Mental rehearsal reinforces your commitment and keeps your goals at the forefront of your mind. Surround yourself with reminders of your goals, such as vision boards, sticky notes, or digital reminders. These visual cues will help keep you on track. Accountability is also a powerful tool. Share your goals with a trusted friend, mentor, or coach who can provide support and hold you accountable. Regular check-ins with this person can keep you motivated and focused. Celebrate your progress along the way, no matter how small. Acknowledging your achievements boosts your confidence and reinforces your commitment. In the journey of achieving your goals, persistence is key. There will be setbacks and obstacles, but each challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. Stay adaptable and be willing to adjust your approach if needed. Remember, the path to success is rarely a straight line. With clear, specific goals and a determined focus, you can navigate any challenge and reach your destination. Daily habits are the building blocks of success. They shape our lives, define our routines, and ultimately determine our future. When you establish positive daily habits, you create a foundation for achieving your goals and reaching new heights. It's the small, consistent actions we take every day that lead to significant, long-term results. Consider the importance of daily habits. Success is not a sudden event. It's a process. It's the result of consistent effort applied over time. By focusing on daily habits, you ensure that each day moves you closer to your goals. These habits create a structure for your day, helping you stay disciplined and focused. They become second nature, allowing you to perform essential tasks without expending unnecessary mental energy. Look at some examples of effective daily habits. One powerful habit is setting priorities each morning. Take a few minutes at the start of your day to review your goals and identify the most important tasks you need to accomplish. This habit keeps you aligned with your long-term objectives and ensures that you are always working on what matters most. Another essential habit is maintaining a positive mindset. Start your day with positive affirmations or a gratitude journal. This practice shifts your focus to what you have rather than what you lack, creating a sense of abundance and motivation. Physical activity is also a crucial daily habit. Regular exercise not only improves your health, but also boosts your energy levels and mental clarity, enabling you to perform at your best. Reading and continuous learning are habits that feed your mind and expand your knowledge. Dedicate time each day to reading books or articles that inspire and educate you. This habit keeps you growing and evolving, equipping you with new skills and perspectives. Building and maintaining new habits requires intention and persistence. Start by choosing one habit to focus on. Make it small and manageable, something you can easily integrate into your daily routine. Consistency is key. Perform the habit at the same time each day, linking it to an existing routine if possible. For example, if you want to start meditating, do it right after brushing your teeth in the morning. Tracking your progress can also help reinforce new habits. Use a habit tracker or a simple checklist to mark each day you successfully perform the habit. This visual representation of your progress can be incredibly motivating and help you stay committed. If you miss a day, don't get discouraged. Simply recommit and get back on track the next day. Accountability can play a significant role in maintaining new habits. Share your goals with a friend or join a group of like-minded individuals who are also working on building positive habits. Support and encouragement from others can provide the extra push you need to stay consistent. As you establish these daily habits, you'll notice a compounding effect. Each small action builds upon the last, creating momentum that propels you forward. With a solid foundation of daily habits, you are well equipped to overcome any obstacles that come your way. In our pursuit of success, obstacles are inevitable. Maintaining discipline is not always easy, and many common challenges can derail our efforts. It's how we face and overcome these obstacles that defines our journey and our ultimate success. One of the most common obstacles to maintaining discipline is the lure of comfort and complacency. It's natural to want to stay within our comfort zones, where things are familiar and easy. However, true growth happens outside this comfort zone. To overcome this, we must constantly remind ourselves of our goals and why they matter. Keeping your vision clear and ever-present helps you push through the moments of doubt and discomfort. Another challenge is the fear of failure. This fear can be paralyzing, preventing us from taking the necessary steps toward our goals. The key to overcoming this fear is to reframe failure as a learning experience. Every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow stronger. Embrace these moments, analyze what went wrong, and use the lessons learned to improve your approach. Distractions are another major obstacle. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get sidetracked by countless distractions, from social media to endless emails. To combat this, practice disciplined focus. Create a dedicated workspace free from distractions and set specific times for focused work. Use techniques like time blocking to allocate periods for deep work, ensuring that you stay on track. Personal anecdotes can illustrate these points powerfully. I recall a time when I faced significant setbacks in my career. There was a period when I struggled with maintaining focus amidst numerous distractions and mounting pressures. Instead of succumbing to these challenges, I decided to implement a strategy of relentless focus. I created a strict schedule, eliminated unnecessary distractions, and dedicated specific times to my most important tasks. This disciplined approach helped me regain my momentum and achieve my goals. Strategies for overcoming obstacles also include seeking support from others. Surround yourself with a network of supportive individuals who can provide encouragement and accountability. Share your goals with them and seek their advice and feedback. Sometimes a fresh perspective can provide the clarity needed to overcome a challenge. Resilience is another crucial quality. Life will inevitably throw unexpected challenges your way. Developing resilience means being able to bounce back from setbacks with renewed determination. When faced with a setback, take a moment to regroup, refocus on your goals, and continue moving forward. Each obstacle you overcome builds your resilience, making you stronger and more capable of handling future challenges. Staying motivated over the span of 1,000 days is a challenge that requires both self-motivation and external motivation. It's easy to start with enthusiasm, but maintaining that drive over the long haul is where true commitment is tested. To keep the flame of motivation burning brightly, you need practical techniques and a mindset geared towards perseverance. One powerful technique is to break down your long-term goals into smaller, more manageable milestones. Celebrate each achievement, no matter how small, as it brings you closer to your ultimate goal. This consistent acknowledgement of progress keeps your spirits high and your motivation intact. Visualization is another key technique. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing your success. See yourself achieving your goals, feeling the emotions of that accomplishment. This mental imagery strengthens your resolve and keeps your focus sharp. Surrounding yourself with visual reminders of your goals, such as vision boards or motivational quotes, can also reinforce your commitment daily. Self-motivation is the inner drive that pushes you forward, even when external circumstances are challenging. It's about finding your why, the deep personal reasons behind your goals. When you connect with your why, you tap into a powerful source of motivation that keeps you going, regardless of obstacles. External motivation, on the other hand, comes from the support and encouragement of others. Sharing your goals with friends, family, or a mentor can provide a network of accountability. Their support can lift you during tough times and celebrate your victories alongside you. Inspirational stories of others who have overcome similar challenges can also fuel your motivation. Consider the story of a young entrepreneur who, despite numerous setbacks and rejections, stayed committed to his vision. He faced countless nights of doubt and frustration, but remained steadfast. Today, his company is a testament to the power of unwavering dedication and discipline. Stories like these remind us that persistence pays off and that the journey, no matter how arduous, is worth it. Motivation is not a constant state. It ebbs and flows. The key is to build systems and habits that reignite your motivation whenever it wanes. Stay connected to your why, seek support from your network, and keep your vision clear. Time management is one of the most crucial skills for success. How you use your time determines the quality of your life. Every minute you spend should be purposeful and directed towards achieving your goals. Managing your time effectively allows you to balance your personal and professional life, reduces stress, and increases productivity. One effective way to manage your time is to prioritize your tasks. Each day, identify the most important tasks that will bring you closer to your goals and tackle them first. This technique, often referred to as eating the frog, ensures that you address the most challenging tasks when your energy levels are highest. By prioritizing, you make sure that your time is spent on activities that truly matter. Another powerful tool for time management is the use of a planner or calendar. Planning your day in advance allows you to allocate time slots for each task, ensuring that everything gets done. Block out time for specific activities and stick to the schedule as much as possible. This structure not only helps you stay organized, but also keeps you accountable. The Pomodoro technique is another effective method. This technique involves working for a set period, usually 25 minutes, followed by a short break. This approach helps maintain focus and prevents burnout by breaking your work into manageable intervals. It's particularly useful for tasks that require sustained concentration. Personal stories can illustrate the effectiveness of these techniques. Early in my career, I struggled with managing my time efficiently. My days were chaotic and I often felt overwhelmed. It wasn't until I started using a planner and prioritizing my tasks that I noticed a significant change. By planning my day the night before and focusing on the most important tasks first, I was able to accomplish more in less time. This shift not only improved my productivity, but also gave me a sense of control and achievement. Another example is a colleague who transformed his productivity using the Pomodoro technique. He found that the regular breaks kept him energized and focused throughout the day. By committing to this technique, he was able to complete projects ahead of schedule and with higher quality. Effective time management also involves eliminating distractions. In today's digital age, it's easy to get sidetracked by email, social media, or unnecessary meetings. Set specific times to check emails and limit your social media use during work hour. Creating a dedicated workspace free from distractions can also enhance your focus and efficiency. Accountability plays a significant role in time management. Share your schedule and goals with a friend or mentor who can help keep you on track. Regular check-ins can provide the motivation you need to stay disciplined and make the most of your time. By implementing these tools and techniques, you can take control of your time and maximize your productivity. Remember, time is your most valuable resource. Once it's gone, you can never get it back. Use it wisely, and it will serve you well on your journey to success. As we reflect on the importance of time management, let's carry this mindset forward, staying disciplined and focused on our goals. Lifelong learning is essential for continuous growth and success. The world around us is constantly changing, and to keep up, we must commit to learning and improving every day. This commitment to self-improvement keeps our minds sharp, our skills relevant, and our opportunities abundant. One of the most effective methods for continuous learning is reading. Make it a habit to read books, articles, and journals related to your field. The knowledge you gain will keep you ahead of the curve and provide new insights that can be applied to your work. Set aside time each day for reading and learning, and you will be amazed at how much you can grow over time. Attending seminars and workshops is another powerful way to continue your education. These events offer the opportunity to learn from experts, network with peers, and gain new perspectives. They are investments in yourself that pay dividends in the form of increased knowledge and skills. Mentorship is also invaluable. Seek out mentors who can offer guidance and share their experiences. Learning from someone who has already walked the path you are on can accelerate your growth and help you avoid common pitfalls. Likewise, be open to mentoring others. Teaching is a powerful way to reinforce your own knowledge and continue learning. Personal development courses, whether online or in person, provide structured learning experiences that can deepen your expertise. Dedicate time to these courses to enhance your skills and stay updated with the latest trends in your industry. Consider the story of a young professional who was struggling to advance in his career. He decided to dedicate 1 hour every morning to reading books on leadership, productivity, and his specific field. Within a year, he had read over 50 books, implemented new strategies, and significantly improved his performance. His commitment to continuous learning led to a promotion and recognition as a leader in his organization. Another example is a business owner who regularly attended industry conferences and workshops. By staying informed about the latest developments and continuously improving her skills, she was able to innovate and expand her business, outperforming competitors who were less committed to learning. Continuous learning and self-improvement are not just about keeping up with changes. They are about setting yourself apart. They empower you to reach new levels of success and fulfillment. Positive thinking is a powerful force that can transform your discipline and lead to greater success. When you cultivate a positive mindset, you approach challenges with optimism and resilience, seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. This mental attitude not only enhances your ability to stay disciplined, but also propels you toward your goals with greater energy and enthusiasm. To cultivate a positive mindset, start by practicing gratitude. Each day, take a moment to reflect on the things you are thankful for. This simple habit shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, creating a sense of abundance and contentment. Affirmations are another effective technique. By repeating positive statements about yourself and your goals, you reprogram your mind to believe in your capabilities and potential. Surround yourself with positive influences. Spend time with people who uplift and inspire you. Their positive energy will rub off on you, reinforcing your own positive mindset. Avoid negative media and conversations that drain your energy and replace them with books, podcasts, and activities that motivate and inspire you. Consider the story of a young athlete who faced numerous setbacks due to injuries. Instead of succumbing to negativity, he focused on what he could control, his mindset and recovery process. He visualized his return to the sport, set small, achievable goals, and celebrated each milestone. His positive thinking kept him disciplined and motivated, ultimately leading to a successful comeback. Another example is an entrepreneur who started with little, but a big dream. She faced countless rejections and failures, but maintained a positive outlook. She believed that each setback was a stepping stone to success. Her optimism and resilience paid off when she eventually built a thriving business, attributing her success to her unwavering positive mindset. Positive thinking doesn't mean ignoring reality or avoiding challenges. It means approaching life with a solution-oriented mindset, believing that you have the power to overcome difficulties and achieve your goals. This attitude enhances your discipline, keeps you focused, and attracts success. The key points that will guide you towards a life of discipline and success. We began by discussing the power of commitment and how dedicating yourself for 1,000 days can transform your life. We explored the necessity of setting clear, specific goals to give your efforts direction and purpose. We delved into the importance of building daily habits that support your ambitions and how these small, consistent actions lead to significant achievements over time. We talked about overcoming obstacles and how resilience and persistence are your allies on this path. We emphasized the critical role of time management, showing how prioritizing and planning your days can vastly improve your productivity. We highlighted the importance of continuous learning and self-improvement, stressing that lifelong learning keeps you ahead and opens new doors of opportunity. We touched on the power of positive thinking and how a positive mindset can enhance your discipline and drive you towards success. By staying positive, you can navigate challenges with grace and determination, turning setbacks into stepping stones. Now, I want to give you a final push to commit to these 1,000 days with unwavering dedication. Imagine the transformation that awaits you. Picture yourself 1,000 days from now, having achieved goals you once thought were out of reach. Feel the pride and fulfillment that comes with knowing you gave it your all every single day. This commitment is a promise to yourself to pursue excellence, to rise above challenges, and to stay focused on your vision. The road ahead may not always be easy, but it will be worth it. Every day is an opportunity to get closer to your dreams. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and stay positive. Embrace this journey with all your heart and know that you have the power to achieve greatness. Thank you for your time and dedication. Remember, the next 1,000 days are in your hands. Make them count. Stay committed, and you will transform your life in ways you never imagined possible. Your journey to success starts now. Thank you. There are countless stories of individuals who have risen from the ashes of adversity, transforming their lives in ways that seem almost magical. One such story is about a person not unlike you and me, someone who faced the challenges that life threw their way with courage and resilience. This person, let's call them Jordan, was once caught in the grip of despair. Their dreams seemingly out of reach, their goals blurred by the fog of doubt. Jordan's turning point came from an unexpected source, a simple realization that the mind, the very tool we all possess, holds the power to change our reality. This realization dawned on Jordan during a time of profound difficulty, a moment when all seemed lost. But it was then that Jordan discovered the profound truth that our thoughts shape our destiny. You see, Jordan had always dreamt of achieving great success, of reaching heights that many believed were unattainable. Yet it was not until they truly understood the power of their own mind that these dreams began to materialize. The mind, as Jordan learned, is akin to a fertile garden. It will grow whatever we decide to plant in it. Negative thoughts will yield a harvest of failure and disappointment, while positive, focused thoughts will lead to success and fulfillment. This principle, simple yet profound, is the cornerstone upon which all great achievements are built. It is the foundation that supports the towering structures of success we admire in the world's most accomplished individuals. The key, Jordan realized, lies in the relentless control and direction of one's thoughts. Just as a skilled gardener tends to their garden, removing weeds and nurturing the plants, so too must we tend to the garden of our mind. We must weed out negativity, doubt, and fear, and instead nurture thoughts of hope, determination, and success. This journey of mind control is not an easy one. It requires diligence, patience, and an unwavering belief in one's own capabilities. But the rewards it brings are immeasurable. By mastering the art of controlling your thoughts, you unlock the door to limitless potential. You become the architect of your own destiny, capable of building a life that aligns with your highest aspirations. Jordan's story is a testament to the transformative power of the mind. Once plagued by doubt and fear, they are now a beacon of success, living proof that by controlling our thoughts, we can indeed control our destiny. This, my friends, is the first step on the path to achieving any form of success. It is the realization that our destiny is not predetermined by external circumstances, but shaped by the thoughts we choose to harbor within our minds. Take inspiration from Jordan's journey. Recognize the immense power that lies within us and commit to mastering our thoughts. For in doing so, we embark on a path that leads to not just success, but to a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. This is the beginning, the first step on our journey towards controlling our mind and unlocking our full potential. As we step forward from understanding the power of controlling our thoughts, navigate through the realms of self-belief and vision, crucial elements that act as the rudder and compass in our journey through life. In the grand narrative of achievements and triumphs, there are countless stories that sing the praises of self-belief. Consider the tale of a young athlete whose dreams towered higher than the peaks they aspired to conquer in the world of professional sports. Despite a modest background and limited resources, this athlete harbored an unwavering belief in their potential. This wasn't just optimism. It was a deep-seated conviction that they were destined for greatness. Each morning, as they trained, they visualized not just the sweat and the toil, but the triumph and the accolades. The path was fraught with setbacks, injuries, and naysayers who whispered words of doubt. Yet it was the athlete's unshakable self-belief that transformed these obstacles into stepping stones, each one bringing them closer to their goal. This story isn't unique to the world of sports. It echoes through the corridors of businesses, the studios of artists, and the offices of inventors. Each story is a testament to the fact that self-belief is not just about having confidence. It's about shaping the reality around us. When we harbor belief in our capabilities, we set in motion a series of events that align with our inner convictions. It's as though the universe conspires to turn our beliefs into reality. Yet self-belief on its own, as powerful as it is, needs direction, a vision. Imagine embarking on a voyage without a map or a destination in mind. The journey, driven by the winds of casual enthusiasm, might offer scenic views, but where does it lead? This is where the importance of having a clear vision for your life comes into play. A vision acts as a mental blueprint, a map that guides us through the fog of uncertainty and the storms of adversity. It's about knowing not just what we want to achieve, but why we want to achieve it. The significance of vision in shaping our reality cannot be overstated. There was once a visionary who dreamed of touching the stars. While others looked up at the night sky and saw distant lights, this person saw destinations. The journey from dreaming under the starlit sky to launching the first humans into space was paved with challenges that seemed insurmountable. Yet it was the clarity of vision that turned the impossible into history. Your vision for your life is the canvas on which you paint your dreams. It requires precision, clarity, and most importantly, belief in its possibility. The process of creating this vision might require you to look inward, to ask yourself hard questions about what you truly desire from life. It might lead you to discover passions you never knew you had, or it might reaffirm the path you're currently on. Regardless, the clarity of your vision will become the light that guides you through the darkest nights. Realize with yourself that self-confidence and vision are not just abstract concepts. They are the essence of our potential. They are the tools with which we map our destiny, removing doubt and revealing the masterpiece that lies within each of us. Let this be the moment where you commit to not only believing in yourself, but creating a vision so vivid, so compelling, that it becomes your reality. As we move from realizing the power within our thoughts to strengthening our self-confidence and clarifying our vision, we set out on a journey beyond the ordinary, one full of possibility and promise. Leads to the future. As we navigate through the seas of self-belief and the clarity of our vision, we encounter waves that threaten to steer us off course. These waves, the negative thoughts and self-talk that often besiege our minds, are potent forces that can undermine our journey toward achieving our dreams. But fear not, for just as every skilled navigator knows how to steer their ship through stormy seas, so too can we learn to master the art of combating these negative intrusions, ensuring they do not dictate the direction of our lives. Imagine for a moment walking through a dense forest where the light struggles to penetrate the thick canopy above. This forest is akin to our mind cluttered with negative thoughts, dark, confusing, and difficult to navigate. The first step in finding our way out is to recognize that we are indeed in this forest. Recognizing negative self-talk is akin to finding a compass in our pocket. Suddenly, we have a tool that can help guide us out. It begins with awareness, with listening to the whispers of doubt and fear without judgment, acknowledging their presence, but not their power over us. Having recognized these negative patterns, the task then becomes one of combating them, of actively choosing not to follow the paths they lay before us. One powerful technique in this battle is the use of affirmations, positive, empowering statements that we can tell ourselves to drown out the cacophony of negativity. Like seeds of light in the dense forest, these affirmations have the power to illuminate our path, showing us the way forward. They reinforce our belief in our capabilities, in our worth, and in the inevitability of our success. Yet affirmations alone, much like a single beam of light, might not be enough to clear the forest. This is where positive visualization comes into play. Visualization is not merely about seeing the destination, but about feeling the journey, about experiencing the joy, the pride, and the fulfillment of achieving our goals even before they have been realized. It's about walking through the forest in our mind's eye and seeing it not as a place of darkness, but as a space of potential, a reminder of the strength and resilience that lie within us. Consider the story of a musician plagued by doubts about their talent, their future, and their worth. Each time they stepped onto the stage, the forest of their mind grew denser, filled with the menacing shadows of failure and rejection. But through the practice of affirmations, they began to see glimmers of light, paths that led them away from fear and toward confidence. With each positive statement, the light grew stronger, the paths clearer, and through visualization, they began to experience the warmth of the spotlight, not as a beacon of exposure, but as a spotlight of triumph, feeling the applause, the joy, and the satisfaction of performance, even in the quiet of their room. This transformation did not happen overnight. It required consistency, patience, and belief in the process. But as the musician continued to combat their negative self-talk with affirmations and visualization, the forest began to thin. Where there was once only darkness, there was now light. Where there was once confusion, there was now direction. The musician's performances transformed, reflecting the newfound confidence and positivity that had taken root within their mind. Understanding that overcoming negative thoughts is not just about silencing them, but about changing the conversation in our minds. It's about recognizing the power we have to illuminate the darkest of forests with the light of our positivity and vision. By practicing affirmations and positive visualization, we equip ourselves with the tools not only to navigate the forest, but to transform it, to see it not as a barrier to our success, but as a testament to our strength and resilience. As we move from the shores of self-belief and vision into the forest of our negative thoughts, let us do so with the confidence that we have the power to chart our course, to transform the terrain of our minds, and to emerge into the clearing stronger, more focused, and ever closer to realizing our dreams. The journey through the forest is a part of the path to our goals, a segment of our voyage that tests our resolve and shapes us into the individuals capable of achieving greatness. Where we've combated the shadows of negative self-talk with the bright lanterns of affirmations and positive visualization, we now stand at the foot of a mountain. This mountain represents our goals, the summits of our ambitions and dreams. Setting clear, achievable goals is not merely an act of wishful thinking. It is a disciplined mental exercise, a deliberate carving of steps into the mountainside, ensuring that each one leads us closer to the peak of our success. The art of goal setting is akin to plotting a course on a map before embarking on a journey. It involves identifying not just our destination, but the waypoints along the path. These waypoints are goals must be clear enough to guide us, yet flexible enough to adapt to the unforeseen challenges that the journey may present. They must be achievable, providing us with a sense of progress as we conquer each one, and yet ambitious enough to stretch us beyond our comfort zones into realms of potential we've yet to explore. Imagine, if you will, the story of a writer who dreamt of penning a novel that would touch the hearts of millions. This dream, lofty and daunting, could have remained a mere figment of imagination had it not been for the writer's commitment to setting clear, tangible goals. The first goal was as simple as writing a single page a day. This small step, seemingly insignificant in the grand scheme, was the first stone laid on the path to the writer's success. With each page, the writer built confidence, honed their craft, and moved closer to their dream. The journey was fraught with rejection and criticism, but the clarity of the writer's goals served as a beacon, guiding them through moments of doubt and despair. Yet what truly distinguishes those who reach the summits of their ambitions from those who remain in the valleys of intention is persistence and resilience. The path to our goals is seldom linear. It is a climb that tests our endurance, our will, and our belief in ourselves. History is replete with tales of individuals whose journeys were marked by failure, yet who are celebrated not for their falls, but for their rises. Consider the inventor, whose early creations were met with mockery and dismissal. With each failed prototype, the inventor faced a choice: to abandon their work or to persevere. It was their persistence, the refusal to see failure as a final verdict, that ultimately led to a breakthrough invention that changed the world. In each failed attempt, the inventor found valuable lessons, refining their vision and their approach until success was finally achieved. Or take the athlete, whose early career was punctuated by losses that would have crushed a lesser spirit. It was their resilience, their unwavering commitment to training and improvement, that transformed them from a contender to a champion. In the face of defeat, the athlete saw not an endpoint, but a stepping stone, an opportunity to grow stronger and more skilled. These stories, and countless others, illustrate the transformative power of persistence and resilience. They remind us that success is not the absence of failure, but the ability to rise each time we fall. They underscore the importance of setting goals, not as distant dreams, but as immediate, actionable steps that propel us forward day by day toward the heights we aspire to reach. The knowledge that the goals we set are the beacons that light our way, and our persistence and resilience are the winds in our sails. Embrace the climb, knowing that each step brings us closer to our summit, and remember that the greatest triumphs are often born from the greatest trials. In the dance of shadows and light, of falls and rises, lies the path to our greatest achievements. And it is along this path, through the act of setting goals and persisting against all odds, that we truly discover the depth of our strength and the boundlessness of our potential. Fueled by persistence and resilience, we reach a plateau that offers a vantage point not just of the path we've traversed, but also of the uncharted territories that lie ahead. This vista represents the ever-expanding landscape of knowledge and the principle of embracing lifelong learning. The journey of self-improvement and success does not culminate at the summit of one mountain, but rather extends across a range of peaks, each offering new challenges and opportunities. The key to navigating this terrain lies in cultivating a mental attitude of lifelong learning. Imagine walking through a vast library, one that stretches beyond the horizon, its shelves laden with the wisdom of the ages. This library is a metaphor for the world around us, rich with knowledge waiting to be discovered. To enter this library with the conviction that we already possess all the knowledge we need is to deny ourselves the wealth of understanding and insight that lies within its walls. Conversely, approaching each book, each experience, and each conversation with a mindset of curiosity and a thirst for learning opens up a world of possibilities. The mental attitude of being a lifelong learner is characterized by an insatiable curiosity, an openness to new ideas, and a humble acknowledgement that no matter how much we know, there is always more to learn. It's about seeing every experience, whether success or failure, as a lesson in disguise, an opportunity to grow and expand our understanding. This attitude transforms the way we approach challenges and opportunities alike, preparing us to face the unexpected with confidence and agility. Consider the story of a scientist whose research hit a dead end, their experiments yielding nothing but failure. Instead of viewing these failures as a sign to give up, the scientist saw them as puzzles to be solved, questions to be answered. This perspective, rooted in a commitment to lifelong learning, eventually led to a breakthrough discovery that changed the course of their field. The scientist's journey underscores the power of curiosity and the willingness to embrace the unknown as pathways to innovation and success. Similarly, think of an entrepreneur who, in the face of a rapidly changing market, chose to dive into the unfamiliar world of digital technology. By adopting the mindset of a lifelong learner, the entrepreneur was able to pivot their business, adapting to new trends and technologies that initially seemed daunting. This willingness to learn and grow not only saved their business, but also propelled it to new heights, illustrating how a commitment to continuous learning can turn challenges into opportunities. Embracing lifelong learning also means stepping out of our comfort zones and seeking knowledge in diverse fields and disciplines. It's about understanding that the solutions to tomorrow's problems may lie in the lessons of history, the theories of economics, the innovations of science, or the creativity of art. This holistic approach to learning enriches our perspective, equipping us with a broad toolkit to navigate the complexities of life and work. The philosophy of lifelong learning with zeal. Approach each day with the curiosity of a child, eager to discover, to question, and to understand. Remember that the landscape of knowledge is vast and ever-changing, and that our capacity to learn and adapt is one of our greatest strengths. In doing so, we not only prepare ourselves for the unexpected twists and turns of our personal and professional lives, but also cultivate a mindset that thrives on change and embraces growth. This commitment to lifelong learning becomes our compass, guiding us through the challenges ahead and illuminating our path to success. Having navigated through the dense forests of negative thoughts and scaled the heights of goal setting, we find ourselves at a crucial juncture. Here, the path widens into a field where the seeds of discipline and focus must be sown and nurtured. Cultivating these qualities is akin to tending to a garden. It requires patience, care, and the consistent application of effective strategies to yield the fruits of success. Discipline is the bedrock upon which the edifice of achievement is built. It is the inner strength that enables us to make decisions that are aligned with our long-term goals, even when they are at odds with our immediate desires. This mental discipline does not develop overnight. Rather, it is the result of a deliberate and conscious effort to exercise control over our thoughts and actions. One effective strategy for enhancing mental discipline is the practice of setting small daily challenges for ourselves. These challenges, though seemingly inconsequential, serve as exercises in self-control, strengthening our ability to stay committed to our larger goals. Consider, for example, the discipline required to rise early each morning. This simple act of setting the alarm clock a few minutes earlier than usual and resisting the temptation to hit the snooze button is a powerful exercise in self-discipline. It sends a clear message to our subconscious that we are in control, that we are capable of making choices that serve our higher objectives. Over time, this daily practice not only becomes a habit, but also reinforces our sense of mastery over our environment and ourselves. Focus, on the other hand, is the lens through which the light of our efforts is concentrated and directed toward our goals. In a world brimming with distractions, maintaining focus requires us to be vigilant guardians of our attention. One strategy for improving focus is the cultivation of mindfulness, the art of being fully present in the moment. By practicing mindfulness, we train our minds to remain anchored in the present task, undisturbed by the ebb and flow of external distractions or the undercurrents of internal chatter. The role of habits and routines in this context cannot be overstated. Habits are the threads from which the fabric of our daily lives is woven. They are the automatic responses that guide much of our behavior, freeing our minds to focus on higher order thinking and creativity. By establishing routines that are aligned with our goals, we embed our aspirations into the very structure of our day-to-day existence. These routines act as guardrails, keeping us on the path toward our objectives, even when our motivation wanes or attention wavers. Imagine the writer who dedicates the first hour of each day to writing, the entrepreneur who begins each morning with a review of their goals, or the athlete who ends each day with a reflection on their training. These rituals, repeated day after day, become the scaffolding upon which their success is built. They create a rhythm to our lives, a steady beat that guides us through the chaos and complexity of the world. The cultivation of discipline and focus not as burdens, but as liberators, View them as the tools that enable us to carve out a space for our dreams in the fabric of reality. Through the consistent application of strategies to enhance mental discipline and by fostering habits and routines that support our focus, we lay the groundwork for a life of purpose, achievement, and fulfillment. So, as we stride forward from the fertile grounds of lifelong learning, plant the seeds of discipline and focus in the garden of our minds. Tend to these seeds with care, watering them with the practices of mindfulness, the challenges of daily self-discipline, and the rhythms of supportive routines. In doing so, we prepare ourselves not just to face the unexpected challenges and opportunities that lie ahead, but to embrace them with confidence, knowing that we possess the inner resources to navigate any storm and reach the shores of our most cherished goals. The landscape of our own potential, navigating the valleys of doubt and climbing the peaks of ambition, we've discovered that the most profound tool at our disposal is the power of the mind. Our voyage has taken us from recognizing the destructive force of negative thoughts to the construction of robust pillars of goals and persistence, all underpinned by the bedrock of discipline and focus. Each step has revealed more of the map that guides us to success, a map etched in the very fabric of our thoughts and beliefs. We began by understanding that controlling our mind is akin to mastering the winds that fill the sails of our lives. Like seasoned sailors, we learn to harness these winds, directing our thoughts towards the shores of positivity and achievement. This mastery is not just about averting the gaze from negativity, but about actively charting a course through the waters of our deepest fears and highest hopes. The power of self-belief and vision then emerged as our compass, guiding us through the fog of uncertainty. With each story of triumph, each anecdote of resilience, we saw the beacon of our own potential shining brighter, urging us to set our sights on horizons that once seemed beyond our reach. This vision, clear and unwavering, became the star by which we navigated, turning the vastness of our dreams into the reality of our daily lives. Yet the journey revealed that even the strongest of visions can falter in the face of negative thoughts. Like insidious whispers, they sought to veer us off course, but armed with the tools of affirmations and positive visualization, we learned to silence these doubts. Through persistent practice, we transformed our inner dialogue, crafting a narrative of success that echoed through the chambers of our mind, empowering and uplifting. Our expedition then took us to the realm of goals and persistence, where the importance of setting clear, achievable objectives became as evident as the need for the resilience to pursue them. Here we found that success is not a destination, but a journey marked by the milestones of our perseverance and the footprints of our endurance. The tales of those who overcame failure with mental strength illuminated our path, serving as a reminder that the only true defeat lies in the abandonment of our quest. Embracing lifelong learning then broadened our horizons, instilling in us a curiosity that knows no bounds. This curiosity, fueled by an insatiable thirst for knowledge, prepared us for the unexpected, turning challenges into opportunities for growth and self-discovery. It reminded us that the journey of success is one of continuous evolution, where the acquisition of wisdom is both the journey and the reward. As we cultivated discipline and focus, we understood that these qualities are the guardians of our destiny, ensuring that the treasures of our potential are not lost to the sands of procrastination or the tides of distraction. By nurturing habits and routines that align with our goals, we forge a shield against the vagaries of circumstance, ensuring that our efforts are both deliberate and directed. Now, as we stand at the culmination of our journey, I'll take a moment to reflect on the transformative power of controlling our mind. This power is not an arcane secret, nor is it the privilege of the few. It is a fundamental truth, accessible to all who dare to wield it. The mastery of our thoughts, the cultivation of our beliefs, and the discipline of our actions are the instruments through which we can sculpt the masterpiece of our lives. So let this be our call to action. To seize the reins of our thoughts, to steer our minds with the precision of a master craftsman, and to embrace the limitless potential that lies within. Commit to a future where our dreams are not mere figments of our imagination, but the foundations of the reality we build each day. The journey does not end here. It merely takes on new dimensions, exploring uncharted territories of our potential. With each step, reaffirm our commitment to excellence, to growth, and to the relentless pursuit of success. For in the mastery of our minds lies the key to unlocking the boundless expanse of our capabilities. Move forward with courage, with conviction, and with the unwavering belief that our greatest achievements lie not behind us but ahead, waiting to be realized.